Pickaxe.
Time. It's always vanishing. The commute, the errands, the work functions, the meetings, selling your car. Unless you sell your car with Carvana. Get a real offer in minutes. Get it picked up from your door. Get paid on the spot. So fast you'll wonder what the catch is. There isn't one. We just respect you and your time. Oh, you're still here? Move along now. Enjoy your day. Sell your car today.
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.
Alright, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is October 19, 2025. I am your host, Luis Palacios, and my co-host, Chris.
Hey.
Hey.
It is your boy. Yeah, we're back at it again. It's been a good week. We've had a lot go on this week.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
A lot to talk about for sure.
Yeah, definitely going to be a fun podcast, I feel like.
Oh Lord. I mean, we're in the midst of the level 80 update, out and about, and how things went that day literally was probably the most like crazy thing that would have happened, because between that and then Legend CA coming out literally the same within the same day, or the same day, things like that, because time zones and all that stuff. Spoilers out there. I mean, we're gonna do a spoiler-free review today of Legend CA. Chris, I don't think you have played the game, haven't you?
No. I've only seen what was put on onto Twitter/X. And
you
the
got
stuff
some...
I've seen is stuff I don't want to see.
But that's the problem. It's like the game is already out. It's been about 3 days since. 3 or 4, one of the two.
I'm still trying to decide if I actually want to get the game. But definitely interested to see what you say about it.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give you a spoil-free review on it at some point. We have some news about what's happening before the wild event happens. Wild area things. And then just some things here and there that that we'll talk about when it comes out to it. But once again, and this beautiful new layout, we're here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game, because we love the game just as much as everybody else. Don't forget, we are part of the Pokemon Professor Network. This episode of the Purified podcast is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here on Pokemon Professor Network is powered by our community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. So don't forget to check us out at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor for anything that you like to make sure you check us out for sure. Second producer and all, I mean, even the dollars actually helps out a lot. So especially if you want to see this in other streams too, that would be kind of nice. So but yeah, let's recap the current event. Now, I don't have the layout fully completed yet. Also, thank you for Ken from Laura giving us as much as possible stuff here. But we'll get everything fully set up for next week, so that way you guys can see our catches and things like that. Yeah, baby steps for sure. It's like, also, I just gotta sit down and do it. I've just been having too much fun with Legends CA. I could not put that game down. I'm almost done, actually. I think I'll be done tonight if I actually go a couple more hours, But anyways, Chris, what you got?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, I know we were all definitely excited about dropping in when the levels, swapped over.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you that little experience, because I think we all went through the same thing. But yeah, let's talk shinies and hundos. It's been a great week for me, bro. I think, oh my gosh. No, we talked about the harvest, didn't we?
Yeah, kind of. It's more like Well, the Harvest Festival did end maybe a couple hours before the level 80 update, so I guess we really haven't talked about our catches and everything at this point.
No, yeah. I got a little bit of fun stuff from that. I believe it all starts with a shiny Smoliv. Definitely one that I was hunting. I almost got a second one, but I got speed capped. So it ended up running away. So I was like, okay, well that was the second one, so I'm not too stressed about that.
Yeah.
Then I was doing a bunch of Bound Suite raids for the Dynamax.
Oh.
And I ended up getting a shiny Bound Suite.
Ooh.
So okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Next was an extra large Pumpkaboo shiny, not the XXL. Oh, but yeah, here's the one that like literally like made me like jump. I hatched a 5-kilometer egg, and I finally got the shiny Munchlax, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
so you did miss Hatch Day then, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, if I would have had the hatch day, I would have not been like as excited. But I'm glad I don't have to sweat about it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Did a few mega rays, and the second raid gave me a weather boost shiny. We take it. Kept raiding, got my third hundo. So, gonna have that squad of 6 sometime.
I know, right?
I know the first thing that popped in my mind though is what you always say, like, could have been the Shundo. It could have been the Shundo.
Always, brother. Like seriously,
And then the last thing is just a little shiny Oddish just sprinkled on top. But yeah, super exciting. I had a lot of fun this week. And then do you want to go through our experience for level when 70 dropped?
Yes,
together.
Yeah, in just a moment. Actually, before that, I'm gonna actually talk about my catches and things like that. We also had Rayquaza Mega Raid Day during this weekend. I did my free ones, but I had some other things unfortunately to do that day, so I had to leave early and not play the entire event. So unfortunately, that's when it comes down to things. But let me just check on thing here. I did get 2 hundos, actually 3 hundos. Or was it 4? Maybe 3. Anyways, which is actually cool because there's one that I'm actually happy about now that Legends CA came out. Anyways,
for a second, I thought you said that you got 3 hundo Rayquazas.
Oh no! Actually, let me tell you this right now. There was somebody in the group who got a Shundo on their second raid.
Somebody I know?
I don't think you met her yet.
Okay.
So whenever you come back, you probably will meet her. But whatever the case may be.
Definitely jelly.
Yes, too. You would think that I wouldn't when I see somebody get the Shundo right in front of me. It's like, God dang it. Anyways, whatever the case may be, I did get 3 hundos. One of them being a Purified Amoros, which is pretty cool. It's actually, I've been looking for that hundo, so it's nice to actually get. I did get and this is funny. I went to the pre-release for Legends CA on GameStop just to get the copy early, and then I had to worry about going back over there. I got a Hundo Ditto.
Okay.
Such that random. Like, I checked the next day, and I was like, how the heck did I get a Hundo? I know I caught a Ditto, and I think it was the Gold Plus that caught it, actually, but that was actually pretty fun. And then I hatched from the new daily egg that we'll talk about in just a moment, a Rowlet, a hundo. So that's pretty nice. And since it is, also mostly that. And then shinies. Let's see. I actually went a little ham this week, pretty intensely, because I got a shiny Dynamax Pidove, 3 shiny Punkaboos. Those were boosters for sure. A shiny Shadow Wobbuffet female made at. So that's a good catch right there. I was like, it was a random thing. I hatched a shiny Bullaby from the 12 kilometers, I believe. A shiny Sparrow, 1 shiny Rayquaza, 1 shiny Benepi, and today I got a shiny Lickitung. So Actually, I went ham with the shinies this week. I was actually pretty good. It was like shiny sparkles for everybody, for
Sprinkles.
me. I know, right? But it was an okay event. And again, the Harvest Festival was pretty good. Shinies were popping up here and there. I wish I would have got at the Bounce League too, but that would have been cool. But hey, my haul is not too bad. I'll take any new and old shinies anyways, just because it is, no shiny left behind when it comes down to it. So, but that's the thing anyways. So, let's not dwell too much into what we have last week and everything. Let's dwell into what we're going to talk about, which is the level 80 update. All right, so if you guys can see this, great. If not, I'm sorry. But anyways, the level 80 update is here, and we finally got the information, like literally, 2 days before we actually got the update, and I'm just like, did it really take you this long to get to this point? So we're going to go over a couple of components, and then we'll show you a few things that I think it will be worth looking into when it comes down to like the whatchamacallit, the rewards and everything that you get. So that's very nice. So level 80, the level cap final increase from 50 to 80, so that's amazing. This includes new avatar items starting at level 25, which is great. Also, we have new rewards, new cosmetics, and a new daily adventure egg, and more. This is pretty fun, actually, so I'm actually excited to talk about this whole thing. By the way, before we actually get into more of this information, Niantic supposedly did like the weirdest thing in the world when they said it was time to actually do this update, because we all thought by the blog post earlier, in the last month and a half, they got it announced. They said that the update was going to be released exactly on October 5th, 15 local time. And then everybody was like, it's time, it's ready, we're going to level up. Nobody did. So by the morning of our timeline, or at least our time zone, we what can I say about this? They posted something. They said, trainers, we are aware that the level update hasn't come out yet. This and that. This update is gonna come out on October 15 PMT or PST or whatever the Pacific time is. Mm-hmm. In that tweet itself, there was no timeline. And all it said, it was Pacific time. I'm like, but what time Pacific time though? I was like,
they were scrambling.
Bro, like, I don't know if they didn't proofread or anything. This, like, literally, or Scopely's rat is finally out again. It's been like going around the keyboard at this point. But then, everybody was trying like different things to get more information. It's like, oh, we let's go to support and be like, let's ask them like, what happened to the level 80 update? When is it gonna come out? Everything that they had. Automatically, it's just like the Niantic support and everything. All it said the same thing from the blog post and said, oh, it's just going to come out in Pacific time. I'm like, what the heck? So we all had our little timeline. So, and this happens every single time. So whenever a new either an event or update or something comes out, or even news section, it comes out in specific times of the day. At least when it comes down to us in the Eastern time, we do have 9 in the morning, I think, or 9 or 10 in the morning is usually the time that they announce a quick thing that they just want to go through the day, or even just like a little teaser or something. 1 p.m. usually comes out with one of the news for the week ahead, and then at 4 p.m., or at least Eastern time, another piece of news that a lot of people talk about, or community day stuff, or everything like that. So those are usually the timelines where they start announcing things. And then that's where everybody was like, okay, so we have 3 different timelines that we're usually going through. By the time we actually get to the last one, like around 4 o'clock or something, it's already like the 16 on another day, so another time zone. But that's the thing that actually just didn't make sense when it came down to this update. So
yeah, it was definitely an experience seeing everyone get all excited and then just like not know when it was going to start. I thought that was hilarious.
It's
Uh,
I know, right?
I'm
So
glad it didn't take crazy long.
even our friends at Lore App actually made the most amazing countdown in their website. It's like basically all they did is put a countdown and they say we'll know when you know. That's very much it. And that was like the hilarious part of the countdown and everything. So and then we went through the phases, specific time zones and everything like that, so it was okay. And then of course at 4 o'clock, that's when people were starting to actually get the updates. Were you already at home after work, or were you
Yeah,
like sleeping or something?
I was taking one of my favorite naps. I was gonna be up, like, and just kind of wait for it to happen, because I think everyone was like, okay, no, for real, this is the time that it's gonna be around, and I was like, it's probably gonna be between 2 and 5, since it didn't happen earlier in the day.
Right.
And then I woke up at like 7, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm level 70 now. I'll take it.
Yeah, it was actually kind of cool, the animation wise and everything.
Yeah.
I think that overall, like how they actually like added it was pretty fun. So I'm actually glad about it. The moment you hit level 70, or I guess, yeah, whenever you hit the level, you get a few things to pop up. First of all, it tells you, when you log in the first time, it tells you, oh, new levels have been added. Second, after that, the new medal just literally like pops out. It's like boom, just like instead of like going 1, 2, 3, 4 and something like that, now it goes entirely to the next to your current level. And then pops out there. And then after that, it gives you a bunch of rewards. Were you full on inventory space?
Did everyone that we talked to, like everyone that my buddy talked to, everything, everyone had like minimum 1,000 extra items to get rid of.
Yeah,
which is hilarious because they gave us 200 space or something.
Yeah, like 250, I
the
think
bag
it was in total.
space. Yeah.
It was wild. So it was just a bunch of rewards and everything like that. And then after that, they announced the daily adventure egg, and then of course you can see the profile finally on going up to level 50 or to level 70 at that point, or whatever level you are. You also get the legacy medal, which if you made level 50, you get the red legacy medal to the whole thing. But also for each level that you were at before the rework, they will give you a medal too. So
cool.
So it gives you, like, if you're level 40, it gives you a medal. It gives you level 39, gives you a medal. Regardless of the level you were getting at least a legacy medal, regardless of how maybe. Of course, it's not as cool as having the level 51, but still, All right, so let's go over a few things when it comes down to it. So let's recap some of the rebalances that they did and the curve, the leveling curve that they mentioned before. No players, of course, will drop in levels. However, the XP needed for the next level may change. Trainers at level 23 and higher will gain at least one level, so that's pretty nice. Tasks level ups from 41 to 50 fully remove. Fully remove. And then the level up research size will be associated with 71 to 80, which now the race to 80 is on, y'all. Trainers will retroactively receive the new avatar and storage related rewards for all previous levels. So as soon as you hit the next level, that's when you'll get the level, all the rewards. We did mention the daily adventure incest. So starting at level 15, trainers can get a free daily adventure egg to hatch Pokemon and earn 10,000 experience. So that's pretty nice. So another way to get extra experience, and of course you can lucky egg it for the double experience in the end of the day. Did you see that there is new animation too whenever you're getting a bunch of experience at once?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's definitely a cool pop-up. I know my buddy loves it because he likes to not have to worry about missing out on the XP.
Yeah.
But dude, it pops up so much.
Definitely. Also, Fern, thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate it very much. But yeah, so that's a crazy pop-up. It pops out every single time you gain. Like if I hatch 5 eggs, then it pops out anyways. It's just telling me to remind me to lose unlucky egg, which I really don't need. So, When the trainer logs in Pokemon the first time in a new day, the daily adventure egg will automatically be placed on its own incubator. It shows right here how the incubator works. Trainers can only hold and incubate one daily adventure at a time, so you cannot stack this. It's okay. The daily adventure egg will hatch after exploring a distance of 1 kilometer. So you definitely don't have to do much when it comes down to this egg, because at least you're hatching one per day. If you actually walk the 1 kilometer and everything, just move your phone a couple of times, The daily adventure egg will not count towards the trainer's current egg storage. So if anybody was worried that this was it was going to take storage out of the 9 to 12 eggs that we can hold between the 12 kilometers and the daily ones, it doesn't. It actually pops up on the middle of both. It's literally just a little tab right there that says there's the daily adventure egg. And after it hatches, it disappears and you just wait until tomorrow. So it is what it is. We do have the spawns of the egg. And it's actually just every single starter in the entire main series. Between Bulbasaur all the way to like what do I call it? What's the last one? Sprigatito, which is like literally all the starters from there on. So all 9 generation of starters, which is pretty cool. I mean, that means that you can still hatch, 1 starter per day to continue your adventure, of course. They can be shiny, of course, and the experience too. Any thoughts on?
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic addition. The starters are, fan favorite Pokemon. And I think that, especially with the addition of a bunch of the Megas from ZA, people are definitely going to be hunting a lot of these Pokemon. So this is just an extra chance to get that stuff. And for hatching eggs, if you have like only 10-kilometer eggs in your storage, I know it can be kind of challenging to get those hatch and egg quests done. So I really appreciate the ability to hatch 1 egg per day, like super, super easy.
Yeah, and this also helps out with the Gold Pass, actually. The Gold Pass during the weekly challenges, or the weekly part of the Gold Pass, you actually have to hatch at least 3 eggs per week. So this is more than enough when it comes down to it. So 3 kilometers is probably the easiest way you can do. And that's, of course, if not using your free incubator in some sense, So,
yes.
So that's pretty cool. It's basically just another addition that actually is welcoming to the player. All right, so we got a lot of rewards. So once again, started at level 25, there will be a new avatar rewards customized to their looks. Excuse me. Okay, so level 25 through level 35, we'll have the Pokeball cap, shoes, and jacket. So at each 5 levels, so 25, 30, 35. 40 to 50 will get the Gray Ball cap, the shoes, and the jacket. At level 55 to level 65, you'll get the Ultra Ball cap, shoes, and jacket. And then levels 71 to all the way to technically until level 80. So that's actually all the final levels. So you'll get the level 71 shoes, the level 73 shades, the level 75 pants, the 77 pose, the 79 hairstyles, and both short and long, and then level 80 jacket. So there is a final reward if you get to level 80 at some point. It looks pretty cool. The pose is pretty cool, and the jacket is actually amazing. It looks all neon, like Tron vibes and everything. Have you seen the jacket there, Chris?
Yeah, the jacket looks pretty sweet, honestly. No. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I was looking at the team jackets. Scrolled down a little bit, and you're not joking. It does look like Tron.
Yeah, I know, right?
To me, it kind of feels like looking like an evil team from one of the upcoming games or something.
Actually, that sounds pretty much right. I'm actually kind of interested if they ever actually get to level 100, and the jacket is probably going to be like what's it called, like Eon, like white or something, and it's just like luminescing or something. It's like
that would be awesome.
That will be awesome. So from leveling up, of course, you also get a bunch of stats increase in storage for Pokemon items. Pokemon storage, item storage, gift storage, and postcard storage. So Definitely a welcome addition. I do like that they're giving us, aside from what you already have. Like if you're max in storage already, they still give you the extra. So I had the max storage before, and now I'm actually at 10,650, which is always a nice addition to get a little extra storage here and there, which I think it was like 2,000 or 10,400 or 300. I can't remember the early times. But the one thing that I'm actually super excited is the GIF storage, which, as you guys know, we could only hold 20 GIFs so long as you don't buy the Gold Pass Deluxe and then go through the levels. But now I can start almost up to 60, which is incredible. And that's, of course, with the bonus. If you don't have the bonus, I'm pretty sure you can only hold up to 40. But that's actually a pretty nice addition regardless. And isn't that right, Chris?
Yes.
You like don't care about gifts. It's like I only open gifts.
The gifts are there's some days I care and there's some days I don't.
Right.
Right. And when I care is usually if I see that I'm able to open a lot of gifts or a lot of people are able to get gifts. But sometimes I feel like I just need to do a mass cleansing of the friends list.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Although a lot of people are actually playing because of this update, so that's pretty nice.
Fair. That's a fair point.
Yeah. Once you reach level 70, trainers at level 70 and higher will have an increased chance of becoming lucky friends with trainers that they achieve a friendship level of best friends with.
I'm going to interact with you real quick.
Yeah, please.
Usually I do try to do that at least.
I've been doing that a lot more now that I'm able to technically get a bigger chance of getting lucky friends. So that's pretty nice. Although now I feel like on my whole entire home screens, and I already see you opening my gift. I've been getting a lot more lucky friends. I gotta actually start doing some trades when I see them because it's crazy. But
I got a ton of people down in Britain.
Yeah, it's getting a little while now. All right, so this is what everybody was talking about and everything that's... it's a little controversial to this part, but here's the updates to leveling XP requirements. If you go to Twitter or any other places, there's a lot of people that are either hating or loving this thing. So I don't know how when it feels, so we'll talk about this in a second. With the rebalanced leveling curve, the amount of experience that trainers need to achieve various levels have been updated. Here are the XP requirements for key milestone levels. So only for level 10, you only need 48,000 experience, which you can pretty much gain that in 2 raids if you wanted to. Level 20, you do require at least 258,000 experience. Not a bad thing. Level 30, you need 1,083,000 experience. Again, on a good grind day, you can pretty much get that pretty easily. Level 40, remember, this is the old legacy. This is the whole number. Level 40 only requires 3,958,000 experience. Level 50 now will only require 53 experience. Man, I feel like all of those can actually be done maybe on a week's grind time if you know what you're doing, And this is up to level 50. Level 60, or at least up to level 60, you'll need at least a 34,353,000 experience. A little more daunting, but a lot of people technically could get this in a good chunk of time if they play around. Again, I'm only talking about the good player that wants to go through. If they're casual, they can take whatever time they want to anyways. To get to level 70, you only need 85,853,000 experience. So everybody who was a little more than that, they're already done, And then for level 80, the final levels, you only require 203,353,000 experience. Now, for the casual player, 203 million, does feel a little daunting. But if you've been playing this game since day one, I think that's actually doable. That's completely doable. I was thinking that it was going to take between 450 to 500 million experience just to get to level 80. When people saw this, they were like, That seems a little low for the rebalancing. What do you think, Chris?
I was very surprised to see that I wouldn't have to do any work, at least XP wise, to get to level 80. I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit higher. I do think it's a little bit more inviting to people for leveling up. But I'm also interested because the Pokemon levels haven't increased, just the levels for the trainers, right?
Correct, yes. Level Pokemon can only be leveled up to level 50, as we know.
So really, it's more for items and
Storage.
In storage and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't necessarily affect anything other than I don't know, bragging, I guess. But yeah, I definitely think it's a good thing. It just kind of caught me off guard that 200 million about is how much you need right now for like 80, right?
Yeah. If you actually look at let me go into your profile in the game.
Yeah.
And see that of course the bar that says how much experience you have and things like that, and how much you need for the next level. So currently, I am at 339,277,000 or 100,000, whatever the case may be. Out of the 8,750 out of those level 71 to 72 currently. How much do you have current? Or how much it says on the bar?
I'm on level 70 right now. I still have a few more nice throws to do. And it's at 186 mil, 855,350 out of the divided by the
current
whatever
level.
It is.
Yeah,
by the 8 million left.
Yes. So what's your total experience count right now then?
My total experience is 272 million.
So you're already there. You don't even need to actually get any more experience or anything like that.
No,
you're basically there.
As soon as I saw the numbers, I was like, I'm good.
Yes, definitely. So even I was a little relieved. It's like, oh man, I was hoping to get a little bit more out of it when it comes down to it.
But 400 million XP or something.
Which I am a 400 million experience right now. I'm
500 million. No.
I'm at 433 million right now, brother. It's like
I was
grinding a little bit during the last few weeks, just because I wanted to get as close as possible before that. And of course, whenever it happened, I was like, even before we actually had the numbers, I was like, okay, even if I don't have the experience for it, I would have been fine because of every other task that's gonna be out there. So the task is definitely going to grind you out until you get to that point. But once it was the same when we got level 50. We didn't have the experience for it once we reached like level 44 or 45, I believe. And then that's when we needed to grind out the experience. At the same time, we were grinding, of course, the level, the task for it. So
yeah,
it was kind of fun when it came down to it because you had to strategize every event you played if you could. But it wasn't like too daunting. In the end of the day, I believe we both reached level 50 at a reasonable time. Of course, I did it before you did, but that's because of other life moments in our times. But it was pretty nice back then. Now, of course, it is just a matter of getting all the tasks done, which we'll go over too while we're here, and that's pretty nice in the end of the day. Some additional notes here says that the avatar items earned by reaching level 40 to 50 before this level update won't be available from after the update happens, of course. Trainers will no longer be able to earn the level 50 jacket. So, some people are okay with that. And trainers will keep any item poses and other level up rewards they're already earned, including the level 50 jacket. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's mostly information blog post wise when it comes down to the level update, which is great. But there is, of course, a little more information that we got just by, leveling up ourselves. So I know you can't see it right now, and I'll probably put, some screenshots here and there when it comes down to it. But actually, let me do this. it makes it easier for. It's been just for that way everybody can actually see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I am trying to get things done here on the fly, just because I can. And then we'll have everything set up once everything goes through, so it will be pretty nice. Let's see. Okay, so it does work the way that I want to. Oh, I didn't want that here. Hold on just a moment. Where is that? Okay. So we'll go back to this screen real quick. And I know it's a little weird right now, but it is what it is. So level 72 right now. So I have made to level 71 as of today. If we actually go all the way down to where you go to check out all your tasks for the level, you can actually see what you have done and what you need to do. So let's check level 71. Actually, I can't check for you guys anymore. So, but I believe that 4 tasks that you needed to do for level 71 is earn 15 platinum medals, which is pretty simple if you actually done all the type medals. Actually, why did I not get the shoes? Anyways, level it was
stole your kicks.
I know, right? One of the tasks was catch 100 Pokemons in a single day. Which is, if you had a gold plus and you go to a popular area, you can pretty much finish that within 10, 15, like less than 10 minutes in the end of the day. Yeah. Just use Ultra Balls if you can. That makes it easier. You had to do 999 nice throws, which is what Chris is on right now.
It's not that bad. It's not that
bad. And what was the last one? Do you have it there, Chris? Oh, yeah. Power up, I think...
mythical or legendary, is it 20 times or 10 times?
20 times. 20 times. Which, again, if you had done enough raids, you basically have the candy for all of that. I just power one of my Hondos, and that's all I needed to do. So, but of course, if you do just start doing raid hours, then you'll be fine. But yeah, that was level 70 to 71. So I am level completed. All requirements have been claimed. I did get some extra large candies, raid passes, the Ultra Balls and all that stuff anyway. So not bad. Now level 72, we have, I believe it's 20 platinum medals as the first task. Follow a route 7 days in a row. So I got to remember to do this every single day from here on out, at least for the first 7. Use 200 super effective charge attacks. This counts both in gyms, raids, rockets, leaders, and regular leaders, actually, your team leaders. So you can do all of that, and then you need to just make sure you do 200 super effective charge attacks. And then the last one for this level will be earn 1 million Stardust in total. So it looks a little bit daunting in some ways. The route thing is pretty easy. Of course, you just have to remember to do one every single day. The super effective charge attacks can take you a little bit of time, so long as you don't know what you're doing. I'm sure there's some guys out there that tells you what to do. The Stardust may be a little bit more difficult just because of how many spawns and things you have. So that may take you a bit, unless you're really playing the game every single day. So, any thoughts on those levels? Requirements?
Nah. A lot of it, like when I was looking through all the different levels, they didn't look too crazy.
Yeah. We'll just skim through a few of them just because we have the ability to see every single one of them, which is great. This one, the most daunting one that I can see is maybe Purify 100 Shadow Pokemons. So start saving some of the shadows here for level 73. And then we have on level 74. Level up at max move 20 times. If you don't have a lot of you have basically the I don't know, what's it, the dust or something? What is it? The power
max particles.
Thank you. The max particles, you basically just gonna be doing that through a couple of days here and there. I think you can still use, regular, like you can spend money and actually use particles like that and it just level it up that time. But that's gonna be a lot. So
yeah.
You might as well just take it one step at a time, as many particles that you have without one of the events, because another task in that same field will be to complete 250 field reaches task. Which again, if you don't have literally 3 towns worth of stops, I don't think you can really do that in a single day, unless you're lucky enough. And then of course 200 kilometers is also gonna take you a minute. A couple of weeks if you only do the 25 or 50 per week. So either way, you have a little bit of chance to get all of that in regards to level. Level 75, you're going to need to make 999 grade throws. That's another daunting task because nice were okay. Grades, it's a little bit there. You have to send 500 gifts to friends. So that's a little time gated if you look at it, because I believe you can only send up to 100 per day. So I'm not 100% sure how you really go about that. And I know you can only receive up to a certain amount of gifts anyways. So that's definitely going to take you time because of how much or how many. And that's, of course, if you have the ability to send that many gifts through most of your 450 or 410 or whatever gift things that you can do, or I'm from friends in the end of the day. 75 eggs can be done if you just do a lot of walking. Probably spend a couple of extra bucks on incubators, Level 76, you have to complete 100 Team Go Rocket runs, explore 300 kilometers, and catch 200 Pokemon in a single day.
Honestly, the 300 kilometers would probably take the most time, I feel like.
True. I mean, unless you have one of those things like, just moves around every single day. It's like, that is
I know. Oh, yeah. I know the Team Go Rockets, though, can take a minute.
By the time we usually get to this point, most likely we'll have one of those takeovers. So you can pretty much finish those.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. You'll get to that point. I mean, if you're really prepared through all the other levels and you are able to get to this level before a Team Go Rocket takeover, then kudos to you, because you just have like the best way to possible. But yes, getting to 100 rockets is not going to be easy, not even on a single day and things like that. Avery, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it very much. But yeah, aside from that, the 200 Pokemon in a single day, I mean, I did 100 pretty quickly, so it wasn't really that bad. I did it in probably an hour or two, so I can probably just take me an extra hour to just catch the extra 100. Now the kilometers, a lot of people are saying is like, will you do it legitimate, or will you just use a Poke like Sager at this point? I don't know at this point. That's gonna be fun if people do that. All right, level 77. We do have power up 7 Pokemon to their max CP, which again, not too daunting if you know how to play in the game. Win 100 max battles. Ugh. That might actually be a little bit too, because you can only have so many particles per day too. You may want to, if you want to spend the money, I mean, of course you can do more, but that means you'll have to look for either the easiest ones or the hard ones. It depends on how it goes. And then it says, make 10 trades with Pokemon's caught at least 300 kilometers apart. It's a good thing we go to different events, Chris. Hey, when we go to Miami, we'll have things to trade anyways.
Yeah.
Level 78. And now this is getting to the hard parts. Earn 400 hearts with your buddy. You can only get about 20 per day. I mean, if you use a lot often, or 20 something.
Well, remember we can switch our buddy.
That's true.
So,
but you can only do that 20 times.
Yes. So I would just do, the easy hearts on everybody, switch it, and then do the maximum you can do there. And you can throw a Poffin on each one if you really want to.
True.
Just to make it easy.
Yeah.
And if we're swapping, 10 to 20 times, that one shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, it should be okay when it comes down to it. 400 kilometers. Yeah, I'm taking my time with that one. Eventually, I'll get to 400. And then complete 500 field reaches task.
Yeah, no, that one's going to take the longest for that one, for sure.
I think you're going to explore the entire United States just to get every single stops available. And that's if you can do every single one at that point. I'm kidding, but I'm sure that if you go through like maybe 5 towns over, you can pretty much get all the stops there. And that is, of course, if most cells have about 10 stops each. So that's going to take you a minute anyway. So that's going to be a while. Level 79. So now we're getting to the final levels here. Defeat a Team Go Rocket leader 30 times. So Team Go Rocket take over again plus times 2. Unless you really want to spend on 30 Rocket Raiders. If you can find at least every single one. I guess it's not that daunting in the end of the day. 100 eggs. Hatch 100 eggs. Which, if you go to Chris, I'm pretty sure that he'll get that done in like a day. And then obtain 50 lucky Pokemons in trades. We're back to this lucky trade thing.
Back at it again.
A good thing that we actually have more lucky friends now, so that's pretty good.
Lucky friends and trade Sundays.
Don't forget to claim your lucky trinket. We forgot to talk about it today. And then finally, the final requirement to level 80. First of all, earn 50 platinum medals. That's definitely something that a lot of people don't have or even close to that point. And I haven't actually mentioned all the platinum medals in the other levels just because them, of course, it's just earning at that point. You have to win 80 trainer battles in the Go Battle League. Chris is like, what the heck?
Yeah, people are going to be pretty annoyed by that one, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, if you are a skilled PvP player, which I am not anymore because I haven't played this game in a long time. If let's say, somebody like Fleece or Brendan 10 or anything like that is out there getting to this point within the next maybe month or two. Yeah, that's not going to be an easy thing to complete just for the reason that 80 trainer battles and win them, at least 80 of them, that's not going to be an easy ratio. I mean, like, if you have a 100% ratio, you're cheating, brother. There's no way nobody's actually has a 100% ratio in this game.
It's definitely going to take time. And I know they want people to battle and just kind of play every aspect of the game. But that is pretty funny.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, even the most skilled PvP player, the world champions, the last 4 or so years, they can win every single match. They can predict that every single match is possible. You can, first of all, you can only do up to 25 per day. And that's, of course, if you don't have a Go Battle League weekend or anything like that happening during that time. But even so, getting at least, let's say out of 100 battles out of the Go Battle Week, at least 80% of that you have to win. That's almost impossible. So there's gotta be some interesting races when people started to get into this point, just because of the understanding that you're not gonna be able to finish it in a day unless it's a specific time zone, or specific time in general. Well, anyways, that's not just the only daunting thing, because you actually have to complete 999 excellent throws, y'all. I mean, we've done it before.
That one's a funny one.
We've done it before. We've done this before, right?
Yeah. It looks bad, but it really... I don't know which one's going to take the most time, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Yeah,
and then, of course, the last one is win 80 raids, which, on a good day, you can pretty much finish those pretty easily if you know what you're doing. Some raid days and things like that can help out too, depending on how and when you get to that point, but still. But that's all the level requirements, all the things. I mean, I know we skimmed through a couple of the things that require, so of course you can see them if that's the case, but yeah, it's gonna be a grind for sure to get to this point. And am I excited? Yes, because it is something to strive for in the end of the day. I don't think I'll be able to get to level 80 sometime in the near future, but I'm definitely thinking of hopefully getting closer and closer before the end of next year. Which, again, that's a daunting save from somebody who's hardcore casual to this game. Plays enough to actually play the game, but then after that, I'm just like... I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, it's nice to have a challenge. So I guess the challenge of getting the XP is instead just going to be on actually filling out the quests. So I'm not stressed out or anything. I'm just curious which one's going to give me the most trouble, because I remember for the race to level 50, the one that gave me the most trouble was the rocket quests.
Yeah. Yeah, those were actually, for me, they were done at a reasonable time. Like I said, I wasn't like in the grind to say that I need to be level 50 as soon as possible, but the rocket stuff is reasonable if you just wake up and do all three of them and then all the stuff around there. So it's just a matter of grinding. And again, it's not too bad, especially because the radar is going to be there to stop you every now and then. But still, it's not a bad thing. But yeah, that's everything we know so far when it comes down to the level 80 update. There's definitely going to be some things. Now, there's been some like interesting things on Twitter and things like that, saying that like, oh, somebody already reached level 72, but what happened to the game to the time gated of the follow routes and everything? Right now, the only time gated thing technically, it's the routes, because you need to do at least one route per day at level 72 or to get to level 72. Everything else technically doesn't have a time gate, but if you look at most of the tasks there and some of the things that you need to do, they're kind of time gated. They just don't look time gated in the eyes of many. Especially the gifts, the lucky traits. I mean,
True.
And then many other aspects of the game. The thing doesn't seem, and even Go Battle League, like at level 80, if you get to win 80, I mean, you're a madman, but you're definitely not gonna be able to do it unless you have a Go Battle League weekend at that point. So, but yeah, that's basically it. That's all there is to level 80, and that's crazy in the end of the day. I'm excited, to new possibilities, new things, new moments in the game when you're like, hey, level up, and then hopefully get to level 80 at some point in the near future. Again, I'm not striving to actually get to level 80 before the end of the year, but it is a much needed, I'm going to grind eventually. So, although I could have grinded in the last few days for level 71, Legends CA definitely took away from that. So, man. Any final thoughts there, Chris?
No. I'm curious what other people are thinking about the new level 80 update. I think most people are just gonna say, "Hey, it's just another thing to do in the game." Like, I think most of it is just most of it's just catching the Pokemon more than caring about the level.
Honestly, if you just play the game, most of things will be done within reasonable time. So. Yeah. Even if you're a casual that got to level 80 or to level 70 that easily.
Yeah. Or maybe you're still working on getting to level 70, yeah.
Hey, it's like nobody got to level 69. Only a few of them. Anyways, but that's mostly the case. Just be happy with how you do things, and whenever you being a casual or hardcore player, just do what you like to do in the end of the day. So try to be as legitimate as possible when it comes down to a few things. But anyways, I know we rented a little bit long because this is like a huge update anyways, and we basically just cover everything. Let's quickly grind a few things since we're already going there. But it is another event for November, because why not have everything that we need to know before November starts? So we know that the wild area is happening in November, basically less than a month away now. But we, of course, just like any other events, they're having a prequel to the Go Wild area called the Into the Wild for a dark and fairy tale, type tale, whatever the case may be. So, during this exciting week, we get ready to challenge in battles with friends, including the return of Shadow Lugia and Shadow Ho-Oh in Shadow Raids, which honestly I don't care about them. Plus, Hyper Trainer is back with a debut of the Silver, I can't even say the word anymore, Silver Battle Cap, available to trainers who complete the event Go Packs Deluxe. Into the Wild, happening on November 10 at 10 a.m. to Friday, November 14 at 8 p.m. local time. The wild encounters quickly: Alola Rattata, Sableye, Carvana, Purloin, Cotney, Scraggy, Spritzy, Swirlix, Carving, Nickit, and Fidough. Most of them can be shiny. The only ones that have not been released at this point has been Nickit and Fidough. So unless they become shiny before the event starts, that's a different story. We got Max Battle, right? Max Battles. Dynamax Pokemon will appear in Max Battles. 1-star raid. Ralts! Which is awesome because Ralts is also a nice Pokemon regardless. Or at least the evolutions. 3-star race will have Sableye. Not a bad thing. And then 4-star race will have Toxtricity, both the AMP form and the low-key form. Of course, this is not the Dynamax versions. Or I'm sorry, Gigantamax versions. Just the regular Dynamax versions. All right, through the raids in the week, we'll have specific raids that will happen here and there. In 5-star race on Monday, November 10, we'll have Shadow Lugia and Shadow Ho-Ho. I mean, if you're looking for those, that's great. On Tuesday, November 11, we'll have Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele. And on November 12, we'll have Duskmane Necrozma. And then on Thursday, the 13th, we'll have Tapu Bulu and Tapu Fini. And then Friday, November 14, which is the day before the actual Wilder event, Dunwings Necrozma will be available in raids. Crazy. How about, by the way, in addition to encounter Necrozma and receiving the typical raid rewards, trainers will obtain Solar Fusion Energy and Lunar Fusion Energy for the Duskmane Necrozma and the Dunwings Necrozma race, respectively. That is pretty cool. Just because, people are always looking for more energy anyways.
Yes.
Feature a task. Every single one of the Tapus will learn their Nature Madness, which is their feature signature attack. We'll have some special backgrounds in the works, which is the one that they announced for the wild area, which is not bad. The bonuses. The remote raid limit will increase to 30 from Monday the 10th to the 14th. There will be no remote raid limit from the 15th to the 16th, which is, of course, the wild area. And then you can use a charge TM to help a shadow Pokemon forget the charge attack frustration. That's pretty nice. I mean, you can definitely take the time in that week to actually do that aside from a Tingo Rocket takeover. So that's pretty nice. Field research tasks will be, of course, team field research throughout the event. Some items in the web store, which is like the Beware onesie, the Morgret hairstyle. Some available on the free Go Pass into the Wild. The T-shirt, I guess, is also available. And then in the deluxe one, you'll get the hairstyle from Grimmsland. Anyways, of course, you can buy the ticket for it for the Raid Into the Wild event. And then, of course, there's also another ticket for the actual Into the Wild event. And, of course, a Go Pass. Who doesn't like a Go Pass? Because it is Go Pass since season anyways. Most of the rewards, things happen to be earned, including an encounter with Cresselia. I'm guessing it will have the background. The t-shirts and some other goodies. And then if you upgrade to the deluxe version, you'll have the Silver Battle Cap, which is what it allows you to max out one stat between attack, defense, or HP on any of the Pokemon's via hyper training. Also, you can encounter a Shadow Darkrai through the Gold Pass Deluxe. The Grimmslar's hairstyle, of course, some more premium items, and more. So, Silver Bottle Cap. That's going to be an interesting one to get. Anyways, some milestones, of course. At rank 15 of the Gold Pass, you get 2 times this instance duration. Rank 30, you get 5,000 experience from completing raids and max battles. And then at 45, you get 1 extra candy from raids, extra large candy from raids, max battles, and all that. So it just talks about all the other things that we technically already know. I mean, they do talk about the Silver Battle Cap, which again only increases one of this definitely HP stats, or one of the. It's
kind of funny that we started with the gold one, huh?
I mean, nobody's complaining. They got their Shandos, they got their Hondos. That's all that people wanted. But the silver one is kind of nice because now you can pick a specific one, and that's the case,
Yeah.
I definitely have some choices, depending on if I want to do 1 IV or more. Do I want to make it easy on me? I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Are we trying to turn those 98s into Hondos, or are we trying to turn like a 93 into a Hondo?
That's the biggest thing.
That's the question.
That's right. Now I'm kind of like, let me make sure actually, because there is one that I made. Yeah. I may actually do it. There is a shiny background Groudon from the Las Vegas event that we went to. That you traded me to. I kept this. And it's a 3-star with only a 13, 15, 12 IVs. Now, again, I can only do one. So it may not work unless I really want to just best everything on it. So that's pretty okay, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think that it will be a best shiny to go for?
It's really tricky. I want to prioritize the things that are going to be most useful. Mm-hmm. So I was really looking into Zacian and Zamazenta recently, just because of like max battles and stuff like that. Right. So personally, I'm going to be looking at like things that have IVs like 15, 11, 15 kind of IVs. Because then as soon as you max out that last one, you got a hundo. Mm-hmm. Do I need a hundo? No. Do I think it looks better that way? Yes.
Again, this is only one. Yes. There's a lot of 98s that I have. Like seriously, all the 98s that I have. It's pretty.
And we
cool.
will have more of these in the future. So this isn't like the most nerve-wracking thing. Kind of like Master Balls, where we are going to be getting more and more Master Balls throughout the seasons.
Actually, we forgot to mention that once you reach level 70, you get a Master
Ball. I was going to say, yeah. I completely forgot about it till just now.
Like I can do a Mega. I just need one IV on a lot of different things.
Yeah. So whatever your goal is in the game, definitely start with whatever's important to you. So if you think it's a good choice, it's probably going to be a good choice. Because at the end of the day, you just want to make yourself happy.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I got a couple of options. I'll definitely have to look into what it is. I have a 15, 13 or 12, 15 Necrozma with a background, lucky, shiny, and all that. So.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
That's definitely some of the choices that I'm looking into in the end of the day.
Because then you'll have the Dawn or Dusk form Necrozma.
But that's the thing. It's like I'm gonna see if I can get a good one during the Into the Wild event, that's what they're coming out of. So
fair enough. Yeah, if are the bottle caps timed like
yeah, most likely
they are. Okay,
the golden and silver. I'm sure
that's
kind
of interesting.
Yeah, like I haven't even claimed my lucky trinket, which actually that is actually one more thing that we'll talk about. There was a little misunderstanding in the Gold Pass this season where it always advertised, oh, you get a lucky trinket and all that stuff, and nobody knew.
I completely missed wherever it was advertised, but
it was advertised during the Gold Pass, like when it came out at the beginning of the month. And then, everybody was like, well, this is not happening. So
Dude, it was so funny. Because my buddy claimed everything. And he's like, where'd this lucky trinket come from? I don't remember getting this.
I know, right? Yeah, that's the funny. If you're actually not in socials, you don't know much about them. But
no.
The lucky trinket is now a reward once you actually reach level 100. And of course, you have to buy the Gold Pass Deluxe for it. It will be a time research. You don't have to do anything else. All you have to do is claim it. And of course, once you claim it, you have X amount of days to be able to use it. If you keep it in the time research, because right now I need another 17 days to claim it, you can actually extend the time of your lucky trinket until the end of the month, and then claim it, and you still have the extra days to use it after you claim it. So I haven't claimed it yet, although I think at one point I'll actually accidentally claim it, so I'll have to be careful with that. But that's basically it. It's pretty nice in the end of the day. Man, I didn't think we were gonna go that long with the level 80 update and everything. Do you want to just hear my thoughts on Legends CA before we go? Because I think I'm gonna skip PvP this time around.
Sure. Yeah, my thoughts without playing like the game or anything. I've heard there are a ton of new megas, so I think that's very welcome. Yes. Megas are like some of the best things added to the game, so I'm definitely looking forward to possibly seeing them in Pokemon Go later on.
Yes, there is
yeah.
a ton of new megas, and some of them not expected.
Yeah, I've seen some funny ones.
Yeah, I know. There's like the whole meme out there right now with it. But again, when it comes down to being a spoil-free mini review of it, I'm having really a good time in this game. Like, once you get the core mechanics down, everything seems pretty seamless. I want to say that at least within the first hour, maybe two, you're technically, depending on how fast you're actually moving along, you're kind of handhold through the whole thing. Like, basically, it's just a linear story until you get into the more parts of the outside of the game. And little by little, once you complete more of the story, then that's when more things unlock. So I'm basically almost there. I'm pretty much almost at the end. I know there's post-game content, but at the same time, between the mechanics, the ways that the game plays, the things that you have to decipher, all the side missions, there's definitely a lot when it comes down to it. So if you really are planning to get this game, be ready for a good time, because if you're somebody of a completionist, it's going to take you a bit, unless you're literally 24/7 into that game, and that's a different story. But if you're just playing it for fun, I do believe this game changes the formula that Pokemon has ever had in the past. And of course, I can talk about the mechanics, because the battle system is amazing. Once you get the hang of it, you just know what to do. And then, of course, once you're actually higher levels, it's a different story. But it took me a while to get to it. I was even under level for a bit. I was getting to most of the story, and I was like, oh shit, I got leveled up. So the whole wild areas and all that stuff, I mean, that's part of the announcements too. They're pretty cool. I believe they could have been a little bigger, but of course it is a city-like thing. You'll have to find specific things in here and there, depending on how it goes. My biggest suggestion is do a lot of the side missions, because it does open up the map a little bit more, especially when it comes down to different Pokemons. And then just enjoy the rest of the story. The story is actually so good right now. I wouldn't say that it'd be the same as Legends Arceus story. I want to say they're on par with each other, and then comparing it to, like, Scarlet and Violet, it's not like I haven't really gotten to the end yet, so I'll figure that out when it gets there. But all the things that happen, all the new megas, I've been battling so many cool megas and things like that. It's actually pretty cool. All the interesting battles that you get to, you gotta get a good diverse team again in this game, because you really need to understand that in that point. And it's a lot of RPG, so you can switch up pretty freely. But it's once you get those mechanics down, things will be a little more easier. But they're definitely going to take you a time to get there. So again, without spoiling the story or anything that really happens in the game, I'm hoping Chris actually gets the game eventually and starts to enjoy it.
I hope so too.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's a good game for the future, so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to say for now. Once I get a little more into it, and then, of course, spoiler stuff comes out of embargo and everything, that's when I'll start talking more about what the new megas and everything. And I'll have a list of the new megas ready to go, because I'm going to be looking for a couple of hundos that I'm missing for a few things. So. Man. Anything else? I don't think we need to add anything more after that.
Nah.
Anyways. All right, well, thank you so much for listening, everybody. We really appreciate it. Sorry for the long rant about everything that we have actually had in Pokemon Go. I don't have my little notes here for what we can do, but of course, go to our podcast services feeds, Apple Podcasts, or, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pickaxe, the Pokemon Processor, whatever you can listen to us, that'd be great. Leave us a review if you really want to. You can also comment in Spotify, and check out the video in Spotify. That's pretty good. Follow our social media, myself at Pure Let It Go, Chris at PKMN Trigger Please with the C at the end, and then Purified Podcast for anything Pokemon Go related, maybe some Pokemon Legends stuff also. Email us anything to the purifiedpodcast@gmail.com, and of course, if you join the Patreon exclusive Discord, you can definitely join us on our Patreon exclusive Discord for those in general. So, and don't forget to check us out anywhere you can. in the end of the day. But thank you also for joining us our live stream. Chris, take us away for the night.
Alrighty. Congratulations to anyone that leveled up, be it 1 or 2 levels, be it 20 levels. Good luck. Even if you're just starting the game and you're getting all the XP you want to level up to catch up with friends, good luck to you. And we'll catch you guys next week where hopefully we got some even crazier news for you. We should be starting the Halloween event soon, one of the most fun events of the year. So, yeah, get out catching, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace out, guys.
Keep purifying, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.